Mr. O'Day, you called for the defunding of tax law enforcement agents. You've said rather than hire new IRS agents to close the $381 billion a year gap between what the wealthiest Americans owe in taxes and what they pay, that the money should go to border security instead. Why not do both? Have the wealthiest Americans pay what they owe in taxes and use that money to fund border security. Then you have a lot more money for border security.
Well, it just seems interesting to me that that's not directed at the wealthiest Americans. If you're directing that at the wealthiest Americans, that's the upper 1%. You don't need 87,000 IRS agents to go after the upper 1%. What they're really doing is going after working Americans. These are nurses, these are doctors, these are lawyers, these are people that work in the restaurant business that have tips that have to report it. These are small businesses, these are painters. These are people that are trying to make a living. And the Democratic Party had every right to make sure that Mike Crapo's bill that would have prevented anybody from getting audited under $400,000, but Michael Bennet voted against that. He's ineffective. One bill, 13 years, no results. That's where we're at. We need somebody. We can do better here in Colorado.
The stat about 87,000 agents has been looked at, fact-checked, that it's getting people back.
Marshall, it's $80 billion. You do the math.
So, okay, let's just talk about the money, because we kind of glossed over that. But if you could have the money that people owe to then do some of the projects you'd like to see be done, what's wrong with that?
Well, I don't think they're going to get that money from working Americans. They're just not. And it's just going to make it more difficult for people that are trying to earn a living, working people. These are people that are barely making it right now. With the amount of spending that's gone on in the last 2 years, we have lost 10% of our buying power. We're hurting right now. Working Americans need a break.
Thank you, Mr. O'Day.